Okay, Tony Bellew, British light heavyweight champion, big fight coming up, Edison Miranda. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, can't wait. I've been in camp now, coming up to the 10 weeks. By the time it's fight time, I've been there 10 weeks, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's an exciting fight. I've called for fights like these, and now they're finally here. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Great chance for London fans to see you, and you're up against you know, a well-known banger at middleweight, super middleweight. At light heavyweight, he's still very dangerous. Obviously, there's maybe an air of feeling that he's coming towards the end of his career, but it doesn't mean he's any less dangerous.
Oh, listen, the last thing any fighter loses is his punch, and when you're drinking in last chance saloon bar, which he's doing, then he's got a point to prove. He really has. You know, the last thing Edison Miranda wants to be known as is a stepping stone, and if I go out there and execute him like I think I'm going to do, then he's going to be known as that stepping stone. So I've got to be careful. I've got to keep my wits about me. As long as I box to the orders that the coaches give and stick to the game plan, it shouldn't really be a problem. And I'm looking to an exciting night of fighting come September the 8th.
Great. The Cleverly fight showed us how versatile you are in terms of, you know, we've seen you, McKenzie, McIntosh, where you can bang, you can come back from being hurt. But that fight, you really showed what your amateur pedigree was like and how good a boxer you are. Is that we're going to see more of that showcase going forward?
Do you know, in that fight, people would have seen a lot more had I not broken my right hand in the second round. So I still think to this day that took his head clean off of it if the right hand wasn't in the shape it was. But it's shown different versatility, like you've said, to me game. I've learned from them, and that's down to me coaches at Rotunda. It really is. Between Mick and Mark, they've re-evaluated everything, and they've just completely changed my whole structure, the way I train, to the way I live, to the way I train, and that's down to me coaching team and the team I have around me. It really is.
Excellent. Miranda's can be quite a wild fighter sometimes, and you know, you never know what to expect. And he obviously, like we said, he bangs hard. So how do you replicate that in sparring? Have you got any specific sparring partners you're working with?
Yeah, I've had good sparring so far. I've done a number of rounds. He's also very unique in that he likes to smack below the waistline an awful lot, and he also likes to use that coconut head of his as well to slam into my face. So I'm prepared for every outcome. I'm prepared for everything that he's going to bring. And I'm ready, mate, I really am. It's just, I've got to listen to the coaches and I've got to stick to the game plan, and I've got to be switched on at every second of this fight.
Cool. Light heavyweight's another division, especially in the States, where there's a lot of well-known fighters over there that are vying for the #1 spot. You've got Chad Dawson coming down to 168, super middleweight. Were you surprised by that when you heard that?
No. I've known for a number of years now that he could do 168 if he needed to do it. As I say, he's been over here before. I think he fought Jamie Hearn on a card, on a Frank Warren bill. It might have been one of the Calzaghe undercards or a Hatton undercard. And I've always known he can make 168, because when you get over 25, your body's not really going to change too much. So I knew he could make 168. Will he stay there? I doubt it. But if he does beat Ward, which I don't really foresee, I mean, it's a tough fight. Whoever sticks to their game plan the best and can implement it the most, which I think Ward will make it an inside fight. And while Dawson can fight inside for the big man, he's not going to have the consistency on the inside that Ward brings. Ward's a great inside fighter, and he gets close where you can't really fire back. But with Dawson, if Dawson can keep it long, he could shock a lot of people. I mean, I think it's a 55-45 in Ward's favour. But it's a great fight. And as for the other fighters in my division, you've got Pascal Tavoris, Klaus Shumanov, some fella from Wales, and you've got a number of good fighters there. So listen, there's some great names about. I'm willing to do battle with any of them. I really am. I wouldn't be so disrespectful as to start calling names out like you're Bernard Hopkins and people like that, because I've got to prove I'm at that level. To me, I really do believe that. So like I say, I believe I'm at the level of, you say, your Bellew Shumanov. I believe I'm at the same level as your Tavoris. Club might be a little bit ahead of me, as in what he resembles. He's a world champion. He's a proper world champion because he won it the hard way. But I don't believe he's in any better fighter than me. I mean, as I say, I think the #1 in my weight in the world is without doubt Chad Dawson. And then we'll look at the likes of Hopkins, Tavoris Club, Bellew Shumanov, Pascal. And as I say, that fella from Wales. But there is some good names there, and there's some good matches that can be made.
With Matchroom having this deal with Sky for the first year, especially 20 shows, that's a great opportunity for someone like you who wants to keep busy and get out there to get a lot of fights in over a year.
Listen, for me, the most important thing about this whole thing was being active. I need to be more active, and that's the biggest thing for me. I have to keep fighting. I've got a young family, and I just need to be active. sorry, as much as possible. I really do. I can't explain how important it is, because listen, in boxing you don't fight, you don't get paid, and if I ain't getting paid then my kids don't eat. Simple as that. And I've got a young family that I need to provide for, and I need to fight as much as possible. A professional fighter's career is very, very short, and he only gets a very small window to use it in, and I have to maximise that window to the best of my potential, and you know, I'm hoping this is the best way forward.
Just finally, Tony, obviously the Olympics have been and gone now, but a great Olympics for GB boxing. You know, unfortunate for the couple of Scousers that were in there, didn't quite medal, but they did brilliantly. And it must be an exciting time for boxing in general in the UK.
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, we're looking at kids going through the amateur gyms. It's down to the amateur gyms where these kids go in that's producing the likes of myself, your Anthony Joshua's, your David Price's, your Kell Brooks. It starts at amateur level and it starts at grassroots. And it's fantastic to see. You know, I'm so happy for them. You know, the likes of Tasha Jonas, known Tasha, she was a kid. Tom Stalker, I took Tom Stalker on his first ever GB squad. I actually drove him up to Sheffield in the car with me. There's been so many, and I've been on the journey with some of them and without some of them, but I know one thing, GB boxing, it all started to turn around for me once Robert McCracken got a hold of it. Once they implemented a professional structure in an amateur game, they've all benefited from it. You've seen how many we qualified, the way the guys fought in the Olympics. That's down to one, well, it's not down to one man, it's a team effort, but Robert McCracken put that team in place, and they were his ideas, that was his structure, that's the way he's done it. And a big credit needs to go to Robert McCracken. So, you know, I think it's a massive thing that he's done. It's been great, and long may it continue. You know, now the GB boxing is now one of the most feared nations in the world. That says an awful lot for me.
Brilliant. Thanks.